session, evening session. Power of
Good
paradox
evening.
is today's theme. Power of paradox. Now, what is paradox? Paradox is when there is a conflict of two important subjects or objects that come to your mind. Say, for example, or maybe a statement. Say, for example, when there is a paradox that I will have to go somewhere, at the same time, it is important for me to be here in this place. So there is a paradox. We also find paradox in statements like more and more of less and less, right? In this life, there has to be more and more of less and less, or less and less of more and more. Although more and more of less and less is more common than less and less of more and more. Now, the paradox, is it good or is it bad? If that is the topic that I wanted to raise today, and just to let you know, let me start with a story. So, story is King Herod. He built a fortress in the Judean desert. Judean desert in the current days is in Israel and in the east of Jerusalem. So he built this fortress, and in some centuries, in just less than 100 years, this fortress was destroyed. And in that area, in the Judean desert, there were wars, and a lot of wars that happened in Judean desert. And this fortress was actually built overlooking the Dead Sea. Now, the wars that were held over there that destroyed the date palm crops of the desert. Now, the date palm crops, they had a lot of healing elements in them. Now, they were destroyed. However, this happened sometimes in the 2nd century BC. In the 1960s, hundreds of thousands of seeds were found in the Judean desert in that particular site. And would you believe that 7 of the seeds which were found, which were quite 1,000 years old, when they were nurtured in some water hormone solutions, 7 seeds, they sprouted and gave life to trees, the date palm trees. Now just imagine how nature nurtured these date palm trees, which again revived their life. Now the same thing happens with us. And isn't it a paradox that after hundreds and thousands of years, the seeds which were supposed to be dead by then had life in them, right? So it's a paradox. Hundreds and thousands of years, the seeds are in the desert, and a little nurture, natural nurture brought back the date palm seeds into life. The same happens to us. Whenever there is a paradox, when there is life and death, when there is easy and strong, what should I do and what should I not do? When there is a paradox, there lies huge scope of creativity in all of us. And if we nurture that paradox, if we nurture that whatever is inside us, there will be huge opportunity that will be there. And that is what we are discussing today, right? Now, whether stability is good or stability is bad, that I will not say. Now, we all know whether it's good or bad, so I'm not getting into the discussion. But one thing I will definitely discuss today is the impermanence nature of anything and everything, the impermanent nature. Now, say, for example, you are doing very well in a job and you want to change the job. Now, there are two things which are happening. Maybe there is some uncomfortable level that you are having in the current job and you want to present and you want to join a job which will give you growth. When you join the new job, there is a environment which is not known to me, an unknown environment, and that creates a lot of maybe uncomfortable feeling in us. Now, isn't it a paradox? We have come here for growth and we feel that uncomfortableness, and then we slowly move into that uncomfortable state, and we get stable into that uncomfortable and become comfortable. Right? So each one of us have conflicts. Each one of us has something in us which we probably do not know how strong they are. And I think it is time, maybe this evening is a time to look into our strengths, to look into the opportunities that lies within us. Whenever there is a change, there is an unstable situation. But don't we as human beings long for instability? It's a question. Because if we all would have asked for stability, then why would there be change? And why do we embrace change? So I think that's very important for all of us to understand that whenever there is a change, there is a need for us to embrace change. And that brings instability, uncomfortable feeling. And without this feeling, I do not think any creativity can last or we can create anything. Right? And even in the current juncture, if you see, when the world is going through a lot of change, a lot of unstable situations. I remember in 1986, 87, when I was working with a corporate organization, the first computer, the desktop was installed. And what, my God, what uproar was there. There were a lot of strikes, a lot of commotion of people getting into that, computers will eat our jobs, computers will totally destabilize the world. And what happened? We acknowledged, we embraced the change, and the computers became the face of technology. And then came mobile phones. And now AI has come in, right? And that might destabilize. And there is an uproar. What will AI do to us? There are good things, there are bad things. How we embrace change. So I think unstable situations, paradoxes, conflicts give rise to creativity, and that is what is very important, right? So we get into a state of gratefulness and gratitude to anything and everything, for every individual who made us who we are today, and our gratefulness to Mother Universe also. So let's close our eyes and express our gratefulness, our gratitude in silence and with reverence. Let's bow our head in reverence. Wonderful. We now get into a practice of mindfulness, and there is a beautiful music which is also called the music which brings on sleep. I do not know whether we will fall asleep or not, but here is the music which I would like to share with all of you. And we practice hear out, just hear out. We hear the music, the ecstatic music that brings in calmness, that brings in joy, and here we are. I hope all of us can hear the music. Can we hear the music? Okay, fine. So let's just practice hear out. As we listen to the music and practice hear out, we also acknowledge the other external sounds that we can hear. And yet we choose the music that is being played in this video. Hear out. The mind wanders, gently come back to hear out. Hear out. Get out. Into the calmness. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. We hear this music. Let us feel this music travels all over our body. Into our cells, muscles, everywhere. Let us become one with this music. As if there is nothing in this world except the music which we hear. See how blissful it is. Just the music. hear and feel. As you embrace this music as the only thing that you can hear in this world, see it's becoming louder and louder. Volume remains the same, but it becomes louder. A deep breath. Exhale from your mouth. As the volume now reduces, hear it once again as if it is the only thing that you can listen. As the volume reduces further, you can still hear it. And as I would now reduce the volume further, increase your attention towards this music. You can still hear it. The music is fading away. However, you can still hear the music. As I stop the music now and stop sharing, come back to the here and now. And let's enjoy the bliss of the moment. Om Shanti.